Hello everyone, Mike here, and today we're having the iPad mini and the 4th generation iPad with a retina display side by side. Of course, we're not going to pitch one to the other, as they are made with different tasks in mind. The iPad 4 is the more powerful home tablet, while the mini is a cheaper and more portable device you can easily throw in your bag. But I will tell you what to expect from them and which one might be better for you. We'll start by having a look at the two slates, and you'll quickly notice that the iPad mini is a lot more compact than the regular iPad. It's also slimmer and nearly 50% lighter than the bigger Apple tablet, which makes it a lot easier to carry around. Most of you will actually be able to hold it with one hand as well, and despite its sleek body, the mini still feels solid and sturdy, just like all the other iPads out there. Besides that, the two are designed in a similar way, with basically the same ports and buttons on the side. Both have unibody aluminum back covers and a hardened glass cover screen on top. The iPad does have slightly sharper edges, which makes it a bit uncomfortable to hold for a longer time, while the mini is rounder, but it too has a sharp and annoying metal strip just around the edges. So I for one will get cases for them, and I suggest you do the same. On the back you get 5-megapixel shooters on the two tablets, and I'd say they're pretty much on par, but I must admit that I haven't put a lot of effort into using them, as I never take photos with my tablets. I might however make a separate clip on that if you guys are interested, just let me know in the comments. Also on the back, or better said on the lower edge of the two tablets, you'll see that they both feature a lightning connector, but while the bigger iPad only packs a mono speaker, the iPad mini has two. Quality wise, you'll hardly hear any difference between the two solutions though. On the front face, there's a 9.7-inch screen on the iPad and a 7.9-inch screen on the iPad mini, with a home button below, which is slightly smaller on the iPad mini, closer to the one on the iPhones. There are also a HD FaceTime camera and a light sensor on top. Of course, the two are 4x3 tablets, but you'll notice a significantly larger bezel on the bigger iPad, while on the mini it is narrower. This makes the slate more compact and does not interfere with the overall experience when holding and using it. Back to those screens, besides the obvious size difference, you should know that the iPad packs a higher DPI display, with 2048 by 1536 pixel resolution, while on the iPad mini you're getting a measly 1024 by 768 pixel one. That's not really bad if you haven't used a Retina iPad before, but I've been using it for the last months and I'm not really satisfied with the sharpness of the screen on the mini iPad, which is an issue especially when it comes to reading texts, when the letters are still clearly more pixelated and jagged on the mini than on the regular iPad. When pitched against other tablets, the screen on the iPad mini is in fact not bad at all. The brightness and contrast are alright, the colors look pretty natural, but it just lacks the sharpness and overall image quality of a Retina display. Looks aside, the 9.7-inch iPad is also significantly more powerful than the iPad mini, as it's built on a newer Apple A6X hardware platform as opposed to the Apple A5 on the smaller slate, which is pretty close to the one on the older iPad 2. The faster hardware allows the iPad to beast its more compact kin in benchmarks, as you can see here. However, during everyday use, the two are closer than you'd think. Yes, apps load faster on the iPad, and yes, the overall feedback is snappier, but have a look at the following clips and you'll see that the mini is most of the time up there next to its more beefy relative. In fact, you'll hardly feel that the iPad mini is slow, and that's because it has to push 4 times less pixels than the bigger iPad, and the hardware can deal with that. The only time I found the mini somewhat laggy was when downloading large apps or when dealing with many open tabs in the browser. But that's because the mini has only 512 MB of RAM and my unit might suffer from some potential Wi-Fi issues. I'm still looking into that, and I'll tell you more about it in the review that will be available in a couple of days. As we get towards the end, I should mention that the two tablets are both capable of running for about 8 to 10 hours on a charge while performing everyday tasks, and more than 10 while watching movies. In fact, the iPad's battery does last a little bit longer, but don't forget that it's almost 3 times bigger than the one on the iPad mini. All in all, the iPad is a more versatile tablet for home and even office use, thanks to its larger and superior screen and its more powerful hardware. But the mini wins when it comes to mobility, as it's thinner and lighter. And this while not completely compromising the screen quality or overall experience, which are still very good, just not excellent as on the bigger iPad. The 9.7-inch 4th generation iPad, however, starts at $499, while the mini starts at only $329, so you do have to pay premium for the goodies on the bigger Apple slate. Both tablets are available in a bunch of different versions, in black or white, with 16, 32 or 64 GB of storage, and with or without 4G LTE connectivity. Those being said, I must conclude that I enjoy both these tablets. I'm going to use them for a while just to see how I feel about them. The 9.7-inch iPad is for sure what I need for home, as it provides the apps and the screen that I need. When traveling, I'll grab along the iPad mini for now, and I'll see how well we'll get along. As a wrap up, the iPad is still la creme de la creme of the Apple slates, but if you want something cheaper and more portable, the iPad mini is the one you have to consider. Of course, the two have plenty of competitors, but while they hold the advantage provided by the iOS ecosystem, they lose points when it comes to prices, mainly in front of the Nexus devices launched in the last months. But we'll talk about the iPads, the Nexuses and the other slates in our future clips. For now, it's time to end this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to share it to your friends and subscribe to our channel. This won't take longer than a couple of seconds and helps us carry on with our clips. I'll catch you guys soon, but in the meantime, let me know in the comments down below what you think about these two iPads and which one would you